I came to Patrick Henry College knowing that I wanted to go into policy or law. I knew if I went the policy route, I really wanted to work at the Heritage Foundation. That is a really hard place to get into. So I started here at Patrick Henry College, and I decided on the APP program because I saw that it had these very practical opportunities. There were a lot of networking opportunities that could maybe get me into a place where I could propel myself into that internship. My freshman year, I took an upper-level course with Dr. Haynes on education policy. That was not something normal to do, but Dr. Haynes was very gracious and let a few freshmen into the course. That quickly clarified for me that this was something I wanted to do. So I wrote a paper for that course that ended up getting published in our policy journal here at PHC. And so in that year, that policy journal was named by the Intercollegiate Studies Institute the #1 undergraduate policy journal. Then from there, I got to take all these courses with Dr. Haynes that were very specifically targeted to policy writing, policy development. In the meantime, Dr. Haynes is building a relationship with you to the point where by my junior year when I was applying, he was able to write me a really nice recommendation letter and ensure that I had any connections that I needed to get into a variety of places, including the Heritage Foundation's internship program. I was in a meeting with the director of the department. She just wanted to meet with interns, find out what we were like. She asked me what I was interested in, and I said I was really interested in policy issues that dealt with children. And right at that moment, someone burst into her office and said, "We have a paper that we need to write on this children's healthcare issue, but no one is able to write it right now." And then they realized that I was in the meeting and they said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'll come talk to you about this later." And she said, "No, wait, sit down. I think Meridian can do initial research for us on this." And of course they said, we'll just have you do the initial research so we kind of know what we're looking at for a topic, and then we'll hire a contractor to write it because you're still a college student. So I did the initial research, and I did it just like I would for any of Dr. Haynes' classes. And I presented her with this little packet, sort of a literature review, and she said, "Wow, this is really good research. Do you mind just outlining this paper for us, and then we'll get it to a contractor to write?" And I said, "No problem." So I wrote this outline, and we went back and forth a few drafts of the outline. And by this point, it was nearing the end of the internship. But then my boss said, "Do you mind staying on with us for the fall to just write the paper?" And I said, "Sure." So I co-authored it with Bob Moffat on this children's health issue. And as a result of that, I got to do all kinds of cool things. I got to give a briefing at the Capitol once with Bob, and just do some neat opportunities. And then my boss said, "Well, would you just like to stay on with us full time next semester?" And so I ended up finishing up my coursework early, and now I'm working at the Heritage Foundation full time.